giving you story after story. Everything is true. Some things are kinda scary, so what you gonna do? Cause that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes we spit scripture, line upon line, not discussing wickedness, but what is divine. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tales from the Sipp, episode 42. I just thought about something, man, that I ain't thought about in a long time. Do you remember what you was doing in 1999 when the clock struck 12 o'clock? Y2K. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm finna talk about it. What I was doing during Y2K. Now, first of all, Y2K, we know that was the year 2000. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I was a pretty young cat, man. You know what I'm saying? I was I was working then, had a job, you know what I'm saying? I was kicking it with, doing what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? But I was pretty young cat then, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I used to hear all this stuff. The internet was new at that time and everything. And then, at the time, nobody even had cell phones then. The only people had a cell phone, it was a cell phone like, like rich people had a cell phone in their car. It was car phones, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, just pretty much had no cell phones, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and the internet, like I said, you know what I'm saying? When I was in school, we started working on computers, them old computers, big, big old things, you know what I'm saying? Just like the TVs had the big uh picture tube in them or whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, had to type on it. Internet was running. It was AOL, you know what I'm saying? And AOL was SOL. If you know the terminology of what I just said, SOL. Yeah. When you went online, it took you about, you know what I'm saying, about 10 minutes before the internet, would come up and, AOL and that was at the time where everybody was, you know what I'm saying, had MySpace accounts and all that. Hey, tell me something. Did you ever have a MySpace account? I had one, but I never did anything on it. I just went on it and, you know, I went on it wasn't the 2003 when I got a MySpace account though. Because in 2000, I didn't have a computer. We ain't have no cell phones, we have none of that. I didn't have, yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I got a cell phone in 2001. Yep, that's when I got one. 2001, when I first got a cell phone. But anyway, before that, you know what I'm saying, we ain't had number pagers. I had, no, I'm gonna say that for another story. I'm gonna stick to what I'm talking about. But anyway, so year 2K, Y2K as they called it. Now, at the time, you know what I'm saying? That year I was sitting at the house and I wasn't at work or anything. You know what I'm saying? I was working somewhere, but I can't even remember for some reason. But at the time, I was living down in the country, down there in down there in Simpson County. Okay. Well, I was down there, and then Y2K coming. I hear all these conspiracy theories. And I was a pretty young cat, like I said. So I'm like, man, hey man, I need to put some water up. I need to put up some canned goods, some food, and all this and that, you know what I'm saying? And everything gonna shut down. But so at the time, well, that day, I was worrying about the lights cutting off and all this. I didn't even have internet then, so I wasn't worried about it. I was sitting in my little duplex I was living in, and I had some charcoal. So I said, hey, everything shut off. Today, I'm finna grill, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna barbecue. I had my little weird grill I had. Little grill. It cost about $10 at the, at the dollar store. It wasn't nothing special about it. It was a little old bitty grill. I had bought some charcoal and I had some fish, man. And I actually put some fish on the grill and cooked it. It was pretty delicious, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to put the aluminum foil on grates and put the little garlic butter with garlic. I had the garlic powder and all that stuff and a little salt and uh, other seasonings and pepper and lemon pepper and a blah blah blah. Put it on the grill, put some butter on top and let it cook. Yeah, it was pretty good. And then that smoke flavor in it. But I digress. It was pretty good. But that was what I was doing on the year 2000. I thought the lights were about to shut off. Wasn't really worrying about the internet then. Cause at the time, like I said, people had the AOL stuff. I wasn't on the internet no way. They had no computer. Wasn't worried about that, but I was worried about the lights shutting off and the water. So I had a whole bunch of water. At the time, you can go in the grocery store and get a whole gallon of water for 50 cents. I didn't even buy no bottled water. As a matter of fact, you could buy bottles of water back then in 99, 2000. Like you buy a 24 pack of bottled water now is uh it's around $6, I think. Back then, 24 packs of bottled water was like $2. Like I said, a jug of water was 50 cents a gallon jug. I had gallons and gallons of water. You know what I'm saying? If you get, so it was cheaper. So then I had all the canned goods. I had stuff put up, man. I said, man, if things shut down, I'm still moving. Plus, I already know how to hunt because I'm a country boy. So I keep me a rifle. I go out there, I get me some deer meat or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna eat. Yeah. Yes, sir. Sure is. I know how to fish too. Yay, I'm an outdoorsman. But clock strike, it got to be 11 o'clock that night. 11:30, 11:45, 12 o'clock. I'm looking for everything to shut off. Ain't a goddamn thing happened. Nothing happened. Y2K. We thought that was going to be the grid down situation. But guess what? So, if you know how most people are, they say, oh, then nothing happened. A couple days later, they go back to sleep because they say, nothing happened this time. Ain't nothing going to happen the next time. But just because didn't nothing happen, Y2K's situation don't mean you don't need to get prepared, stock up. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. Look at the orange dude in office. Everything getting shut off. He cutting out a lot of stuff, making a bunch of crazy laws. A lot of people gonna be doing without. Gotta get prepared. Because eventually something gonna happen. But yeah, nothing happened. And I just wanted to remind you of that because I was wondering, what were you doing at the time of Y2K? Were you stocking up on some food and water and all this and that? Or were you just didn't worry about it? You didn't think nothing was gonna happen. Moral of the story is better safe than sorry. It's better for you to, even back then, that was 25 years ago. I knew that I needed to stock up something because if something happened, I got to be ready. Oh yeah, I had first aid kit. I had all kinds of stuff. And you know the sad part is this: if I was prepping back then, my prepping situation should be immaculate right now, but it ain't. So, word to the wise: better safe than sorry. And eventually, this grid is going down, and it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be worse than what it could have been back then. Back then, it wouldn't have been that bad. But now, way people stuck on the internet, they gotta be on their phone in their face 24 hours a day. These tablets, computers, all this stuff. When that shut off, people gonna lose their rabbit mind. When they ain't able to watch TV, they gonna lose their mind. Then most of their cars run off of, computerized cars. What you think gonna happen, man? But that's Tales from the Sipp, episode 42. Y2K. Be on the lookout for episode 43. Until the next time, peace out.
That's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes your boy may go way back in the day, talk about experiences and the games that he played. And that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Hey.